This is good. What is this? Oh, people. Wait, yeah, people are delicious. Welcome to Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 1 of Hannibal. So Hannibal revolves mainly around the relationship between Dr. Hannibal Lecter and FBI Special Agent Will Graham. Wait, not this Hannibal Lecter, this one. I mean, it is this one, but it's this one. The show's based on characters from this book, nailed it, Red Dragon, which was also made into a pretty good movie in 2002, so if you've watched Hannibal and liked it, I would suggest to go watch Red Dragon as well, because it's always interesting to see the same characters portrayed differently. Yeah. Anyway, Hannibal isn't exactly a prequel, it's more of a reimagining. It takes the characters of Will Graham and Jack Crawford and Hannibal Lecter and places them in a new setting, in a new story. Kind of like the early seasons of Dexter, it takes elements from the police procedural and puts them into an overall story, meaning that every episode might have a case or a specific thing that they're working on, but it always contributes to an overall story and it always explores the characters themselves further. So Will Graham, pretty much the main character of the show, has the ability to empathize with the killers he's trying to catch, meaning that he can see things through their point of view. But because he has such a high capacity for empathy, when he's trying to get into the killer's head, he also kind of lets the killers into his own. So because of that, Will needs help. He needs someone to monitor him and make sure that he stays more or less sane. Enter the renowned psychiatrist, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. So the show has a lot of elements that you've seen before, like the crime-solving agent who is kind of crazy, but he's the best at what he does, and he leaps into conclusions that don't always make sense. I mean, they could make sense, but there are times when you could think like, how could you have possibly figured that out from this single piece of evidence? But it's usually done so well that you just don't mind. The performances in this show are gripping. For example, Dr. Lecter's character, I don't remember the last time I've seen a character that had so much depth while being so robotic and reserved. And there's this beautiful contrast between Will's character, who is very emotional and it's very easy to tell what he's thinking and feeling, and Lecter's character, who is kind of makes you wonder, how does that make you feel? You keep watching episode after episode, not just to see who's the killer and how they crack the case and how the story itself evolves, but also to learn everything you possibly can about these weird, fascinating characters. So while the show might use elements that we've seen before in other shows, the style of storytelling is unique. Through showing us a thought process or hallucinations or how the world looks through a character's eyes, the show has a lot of opportunities to use some pretty incredible visuals. The way Hannibal shows you things is unique. Something you might notice about the show, that if you're not very much into the experience of the show, some of the conversations may feel a little too perfect, maybe rehearsed even, and you might find yourself thinking that no one talks like that. Having said that, I don't really think it could have been done any other way, because while some of the conversations might feel a little too perfect, they still 100% fit those characters, and it's just very well done. It's very good. It's good. The show is very graphic and very creepy, so it's not like it's a horror thing, but if you're the kind of person that gets nightmares from things, bear in mind that some of these episodes do a better job than most horror films. Bottom line, should you watch it? I would say yes. Watch it with your face. Do it now. I loved season 1 and I can't wait to watch season 2 and 3. I would even suggest that you watch Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs just to kind of enhance your experience. I wasn't a big fan of Hannibal from 2001 and Hannibal Rising from 2007. It's not that they're bad, just not as good. That's 4 movies reviewed in the review of one show. That's value. So season 1 of Hannibal, the show, has more depth to it than most shows involving serial killers and the FBI. It has fascinating characters, and it has an incredibly unique style of visual storytelling. It's also full of creepiness. So have you watched or are you watching season 1 of Hannibal? Let's get the discussion going in the comments down below, and please use spoiler tags for spoilers, and if you're going to talk about anything from seasons 2 or 3, be sure to mention that as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps out a lot. And if you're finding binge watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the binge watchers community. We're talking about TV every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with opinions and reviews and news and sketches and all kinds of great stuff, all for you fellow binge watchers and TV lovers. So you can go ahead and click that big subscribe button to join in on the fun, or you can check out any of the other videos on the channel. In any case, keep binging, and I'll see you next time.